there, my name is Cindy Kohler, and I am going to be presenting some video sessions to help you get started with your business. Now, you may have already been going, you might have been selling a lot of products, you might even be at farmers markets or even out there trying to get into some sort of a wholesale process. I want to help you get started so that you're going to be in the best position to be able to respond quickly to inquiries about your product, be able to provide the best information, and really get the vendors that want to purchase your products excited about what you provide. So what I'm going to do is use my business, a small business. It's called Smart Cookie Baker. I started it back in 2015, and I am now in 17 wholesale stores, and I sell online retail. I did a lot of farmers markets, and I did a lot of work there. So I want to just kind of help and use that as an example as we go through some of these processes. Now, what I'm going to instruct you on is what I was taught when I got my bachelor's degree at Judson University in 2016. The reason I say that is I want to make sure that you understand that this is relevant. This is current. This is not a degree from 30 years ago, 40 years ago, but it's actually something that you can use now. So when I talk about certain um, things that you're going to need to know, like what's a USP? That's a unique selling proposition. That's something that we went into at length when I was at Judson University. And being able to state your USP is really important. Now, you can go out to, look out online and get other companies' USPs, unique selling propositions, see what they're like, see what people have said. One of the things that I tell people is, think about what you would say if you went out to Shark Tank. Now, I know a lot of people, if they watch that show, there's a lot of elaboration on the product or what they're doing. They go into all sorts of demonstrations to try to pique the interest of the sharks. But what I'm talking about is really what we call an elevator speech. What would you say if you had 1 minute to talk about your product? What gets you excited? What is your passion about what you're doing? So, for instance, for me, I have Smart Cookie Baker, right? So you're gonna think, okay, smart, okay, but everything's smart, this, smart, that. Cookies, we're gonna be dealing with cookies, and I'm a baker, right? So it's gonna be a baker. So that's my name. Wanted to use that as part of my identity. But the USP that I provide is I provide a product that is of high quality, ketogenic, non-grain or grain-free, gluten-free, and sugar-free to anybody who either is struggling with um, the the typical autoimmune diseases such as diabetes, muscular dystrophy, MS, rheumatoid arthritis, seizures, Asperger's, or anybody on the Asperger's spectrum, the ADHD spectrum. That's my area, right? And when I looked at what my unique selling proposition is, it's just to those people, the personas that make up the audience that I'm trying to reach. When I looked at what it was that I was looking to appeal to these people is to provide them with something that they can eat or their children can eat who are suffering from seizures, they're suffering from health issues that um, kept them from being able to eat regular food like everybody else. Now, part of what I do is living in the United States. We have a government that subsidizes main products for farmers such as wheat, corn, and soy. The scientists get involved and they start changing the molecular structure, the DNA structure of these plants in order to either be more disease resistant, maybe provide a better crop, maybe they get them to mature quickly so that maybe the farmers have a better chance of being able to harvest the most crop. So when we subsidize genetically modified food, there's not enough scientific evidence to say that our bodies can handle this changed food. In fact, there's such a shift in the DNA structure of these products, the wheat, the corn, and the soy, is if it's genetically modified, that our bodies don't even recognize it. It thinks it's poison. So we're eating what our body is rejecting, and when it rejects, it causes all sorts of bodily issues, function issues. So what I'm trying to do with my product is to be able to say I'm be able to provide you with something that will not trigger autoimmune reaction, and that's where I'm unique. When I first started this business, there was not one company out there that was doing what I'm doing. Now, 5 years later, there's a lot more, and I'm very encouraged by that. In fact, my purpose, my mission for what I'm doing is to be able to have more companies, larger companies, produce the kind of high quality foods that I can eat. Because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that can't eat this food. So, what's exciting for me is to be able to see that, hey, I started this business in order to make it possible for people to be able to eat this way and have some choices. Maybe it's more expensive, but you have a choice. So you can choose to buy this food, or you can choose to get the ingredients and make it yourself, but it's possible. Whereas before this really wasn't possible. So when we're talking about a unique selling proposition, think about what makes your product unique. What's so special about your product that you want to tell people how remarkable, how amazing it is, and I mean, really, why should they buy your food as opposed to something else? Now, I'm talking about food mainly because I'm into nutrition and I'm into my own products, but this can apply to really any type of business. And when we're looking at a small business, you're starting out, you're the owner, you're the one who's going to be pushing and saying, this is why I believe my products are amazing, why you should buy them, and why you will enjoy them and you'll come back for more. So that looking at that unique selling proposition will give you that 1 minute elevator speech. Write it out, tweak it, change it, look at it a year later, look at it 2 years later. I was doing a farmer's market a couple 3 years ago, and I was in a tent right next to a young man who had a product that was all soaps. He was bar soaps and great, beautiful packaging. He did a fabulous job. And for a young guy, he was really on top of it. But I asked him, I says, so what's unique about your product? What's your unique selling proposition? And he looked at me like, well, I make really great soaps and they smell great. Okay, there's a lot of soaps out there that are great and that smell great. What makes yours unique? And he says, I use all natural ingredients. Okay, great. There's something that makes your product unique. Have you looked at any other soaps that are all natural? How does your product compare to their product? What's unique about yours that's even better that would cause somebody to say, yes, I want yours in my store as opposed to this other one? He struggled a little bit, and I get that because this is something that not many schools will teach you. You have to really stop and say, what is unique? What is different? What gap am I filling? Think of it that way. What is not there? What is not available to people that I think would be great if it was? A lot of people have ideas of what would be great, but they're thinking about it maybe from a money perspective. Think about it from a personal perspective. What would you love to see that you would really appreciate being able to buy? If everything is out there that you've ever needed and you don't ever have a gap in your life, you might have a harder time trying to come up with an idea for a product. But think about where you go, boy, I wish I could have. I wish I could have. I wish this was available to me. I struggle in a particular way because everyone's got their own struggles, believe me. I struggle in a particular way that this particular thing would be great if I could have it. So think about those questions when you're going out there and you're trying to come out with what is it that makes my product unique? Now, again, I'm talking about brand new companies, but you may be established. You might have been out there for several years. and you might be doing a great job selling. But maybe you're selling to retail and now you want to go into wholesale. Or maybe you're in wholesale and now you want to go to your own retail store. Maybe you want to go online. Now is a wonderful time to be going to an online platform. Mainly because if you look at people are stuck in their houses, many people, and love the ability to just order something online and have it show up on their doorstep. So online is a great area to start selling your products. In order to do that, you want to be able to speak to what it is that makes your product unique. When I go into some of these later sessions, I want to talk a little bit about marketing, branding, your personas, like who is it, what actual physical people characteristics are you trying to appeal to? So that you know where you're supposed to go. I mean, how do you know if you don't know your sales, where your sales are best? Do you know, would it be best for you to go to Facebook or Instagram, Twitter? I mean, what online social media tool would you use to do your advertising? Who are you trying to reach? And once you know that, then you'll know where they go, and then therefore where you should be advertising. So we're going to start to talk about some of those things as we go forward. I just wanted to get started with a way of opening up a conversation about with you about your company and giving you all the tools in order to be successful. Go ahead and if you can like my video, if you can go out to Facebook, I'm under Smarter Cookie Consulting. I give one-on-one sessions for you. So if you really need some work and some help and you just don't quite know how to get started, I am here to help you. I want to help you as you grow. If you're trying to come up with nutrition labels, I have a tool for that. We have a bunch of resources that we can use to get you started. So thanks for watching my video and have a great day.